No woman will object if you say this. Let's clarify. One issue. Words are possess authority, and if you think attraction is solely focused on appearance, wealth, or prestige, the game playing is incorrect. Truth. A man who is able to articulate himself and, in other words, it can enter a room and draw attention right away. Even from women who wouldn't typically give him a second glance. This is the section that might make some people uncomfortable. Most guys, they talk themselves out off being attracted not due to their lack of bod, not sympathy, lack of game, although because of everything they say ice incorrect. They over-explain, they strive too hard, and they pursuit. They make an impression, and you know what? Women are able to detect vulnerability in a mile away. But here's the twist. There are certain words or phrases cited in the correct tone at the appropriate time. It struck various words that slipped by her reasoning directly into her feelings. Although they don't shout, pick, mindstead state. I am fully aware of who Eom, and you're fortunate that I am speaking with Yao. Sound cocky maybe, but confidence true salad. Unwavering confidence is the mask gorge wisting. A man can wear end in his video. I'm going to give you 10 things you can say that no woman can resist if you say them the proper manner. Being is not the point of phys manipulative. It's about comprehending psychology, emotion, and the power of manly presence. Thus, if you've ever felt abandoned, disregarded, or similar to you, don't know what to say? Listen up, since this video will make you never run outwards again. 1. You're not as complicated as you think. It's a bold statement. It presents a woman with difficulties in a manner that surprises her. You're not disparaging her, but you're certainly not placing her in a superior position, and that's precisely why it functions. The majority of guys attempt to win women over by consistently concurring with them, examining their emotions, or uttering phrases like, "Wow, you're so deep," or "I've never encountered anyone like you." While that might sound pleasant, it truly ours is dependable and rather desperate. However, when you state that you're not as complex as you believe, you immediately change the script. You regard two things. You're not intimidated by her. You are able to look past the emotive end. Dramatic games, which is appealing. This, her ego is subtly challenged by her statement. Without being impolite, and women are wired to react to difficulties. It ignites interest. She feels compilado proof that she is complicated, that she is unique and just like, that she's interacting with you according to your terms. But keep in mind that it's not what you say, but the way you put it. Say it in a calm manner. Smile. Calm voice, direct eye contact. You're not attacking her. You're teasing. Reassurance. And confident women love that fatality when emanating from a man who knows exactly who he is. 1. Let's say she's ranting about how she's incomprehensible to everyone. Most men would nod, concur, and utter a phrase such as, "Yeah, you're so unique." However, lean back, smile a little, Anzi, you're simpler than you believe. The enigma appeals to you. Then halt, give it to me. Sink in. She will either chuckle, raise an eyebrow, or make an attempt to fute you. All three have one sincere causing her to react, and that's correct. There is when the attraction begins. 2nd, I attract rather than chase. This one flips the entire dating game on its head. Most guys are in a state of perpetual pursuit. Initially, texting, then again. When she refuses to answer, pleading for her time make tempting to demonstrate their suitability. But here's the truth following screaming insecurity. And ladies are aware of that energy in a flash upon saying, "I don't. I attract Chazi hour." Sending, announcing that you are a winner, that you're not in a desperate situation. You don't beg, you're not trying. To win them over, you're in your zone, carrying out your duties, and an body. You can have anyone in your life, but not required. This way of thinking is effective due to magnetic confidence it generates rather of pushing your way in tow. You draw someone into the world of you, yours. Furthermore, it doesn't imply that you never be interested. It just means you didn't pursue the suhu. Hesitate. You equal energy. You cherish your time. You make women curious about you by investing in you, have to work for it. When you keep this energy flowing through, your entire being comes more interesting. Your quiet, your mystery, even your walk. Women want to determine you, and at that point, the roles are reversed. However, once more, the delivery matters. This not what you say with superiority. Love, certainty. Like a man was walked away from drama previously and is doing just great. Repeating the action a second suppus. She's taking ours top hard. Target responding or being aloof, most men would begin making a greater effort and inquire. Are you okay, or did he make a mistake? Rather, the next time she makes contact? I don't chase, I attract is the response either. You sense it. Are you then cut off? Your conversation, text a follow-up. No nervousness, only assurance if she'll come because she's sincerely interstate back with greater effort. Otherwise, you've simply stayed away from spending time with someone who didn't appreciate you. In either case, you win. Additionally, that's the strength of not pursuing. 3. I enjoy you. I don't need you though. Now, this one. It's strikingly as Mosman won't even have the courage to think, much less speak it. We've been taught to think that if a woman truly appeals to us, we must go out of your way to keep her, cancel our plans, provide forgiveness, demonstrate our worth. And we become alarmed if she withdraws to believing that something is being lost worthwhile. However, let's take a moment to and be honest. How often have you admired a woman justo? Have her begin removing yourself as soon as you can accessible. You believe it that being kind and phoebeous approach? Wasto, be consistent. But she became bored somehow. This is due to traction is killed by neediness right now. When I like you booty don't uco, what you're really saying is, I'm centered whole and not searching for I already aimed. Need someone to complete me. Full this mindset is uncommon and it has a magnetic quality because this is their reality most. Men don't care. Women have no desire to be required. The desire. Tobe desired requiring she exerts. Pressure desiring her gives rise to freedom. She ought to experience you like having her around, yet you're just great without it. Similar to you, your world doesn't value her collapse if she doesn't show up. This way of thinking protects your peace, your energy, and who you are. It reduces your reactive. It prevents you from thinking too much, and above all, it keeps you centered on your authority as a man. And you know what? When you're holding this women's sense in orgy, they sense the absence of stress, thesaurine assurance, emotional restraint. I encourages them to spend time with you. Invest to demonstrate their value of time, not because you're playing games. However, since you're not a man that falls across a lovely face, you are a man with morals. Say it with assurance. I didn't need you. If I like you, you could be the most potent boundaries you've ever established. Point 4. You're not sole recipient of attention. To be honest, many men give away all their strength as soon as things terraced from a stunning woman. They pretend that she is merely doing them a favor through responding to Amos or providing them with her phone number. Abruptly, she turns Sinto their world center and they begin being cautious and fearful of losing her. Here's a reality check though. That she's not the only person who attracts attention and you are not invisible. The issue is that the majority of guys pretend to have no alternative choices. They give a woman a sense of as if she were the prize and if she leaves will disintegrate. That is weak vitality and it fails to cleverance. That, let's be honest, many men must get up, just stop admiring wamendo of their beauty. You are a man. You are valuably as well, regardless of whether it's your motivation, your attitude, and your idea. However, none of it indicates anything if you don't pretend to understand it. When you claim that you're not alone, just being reminded of Horseive's attention as well. Ace yours of that. This is reciprocal, that sitting in the corner, hoping, is not what you're doing to be selected. You have choices. You're deciding to participate rather than pleading to be observed. This assertion immediately changes the dynamic. The playing is leveled field. And surprisingly, a lot of ladies honor such type of energy, since it demonstrates your intolerance for emotional hot and cold conduct. Answer being regarded as a contingency. Klein ... It's not about having a attitude, that it's about being self-conscious. You are aware of your value, you recognize your impact, and you don't feel scared to behave also. It or dot. Here's the advice then. Quit pretending that women are talking advantage of Ubi speaking with you. Keep your head up, present yourself as though you have a choices, since you do. If not, it's tomato begin. If you can believe it, 5. Give me a genuine explanation. And filters, this expression is strong. Not since it's so stantatious, but because it's uncommon one, everyone in the world is hiding behind masks and feigning flawless or practicing each and every action fishets in order to appear impressive in a different way, to be honest. The majority of men talk too omen-like theory, reading off a script. From where are you? What do you do? That's awesome. I also enjoy that it's mechanized, it's secure, and you know what? It is disregarded. Women don't recall those discussions. They have listened to them 100 times. What they do recall is the man who gave them the impression that they might have banned on their performance. A man who didn't need to win them over, but instead create them desire to be more forthcoming. That's what tells Jim something on a ball. Filters don't dot. It challenges her in a constructive manner. You're letting her know that I'm not present for the performance. I'm looking for the true you, not the version on Instagram, not the adorable media-trained, polished version, unkempt. Unfiltered human aspect of youth, PCU's interest right away. Women adore to be observed, but furthermore, they in order to be understood. Additionally, when you stay at this expression with serene, sincere vigor, it demonstrates your ability to deal with reality, not delicate. You're not only here to phony chuckles or flimsy praise, but the catch is that if you say this and then appear startled or uneasy when you lose all credibility when she opens up. You must be prepared for genuine conversation, because feelings, viewpoints, and a glance into the areas of her thottery hidden the majority off, guys. In actuality, that's what makes you memorable. Therefore, the next time you are engaged in an ongoing conversation, break the pattern and go nowhere fast. Take a look at, tell me something real. She said no filters. Speak with sincerity and seethe walls arrival. 6. Who receives my time is up to me. This is more than a phrase. It's a norm, a limit, or a change in perspective that makes boys different from men. There are too many men devote their time, effort, and focus on anyone who offers them a grin, a hello, a little formation, or a flirtatious text stand. All of a sudden, they reorganizing their entire day to accommodate her. That is the error, because this is the unpleasant reality. When you behave as people, treat your time as though it were sheep women. As well, when you say, I choose who catches me attention, you're going to restaure. Thoritor, not impolite. You're just being deliberate, not conceited. Not everyone can reach you, and including women who anticipate that you will pursue without making any offers meaningful in return. This expression demonstrates that you didn't have time to waste just because it'll her that sees attractive. You didn't tunly act on appearances. Move according to someone's worth. How wise Simone handles you on how they fit into, though you're already creating your life. Precisely. What men of high value? They have a purpose in life and guard their schedule. Their plans are not canceled simply to possibly hang out. They create judgments based on criteria than sentiments. This is what makes this powerful phrase that changes course of events. Rather, fatum time to establish or value her time. She must now consider whether she's that shift. It alters sand, it's worth yours. Women are accustomed to being the thasuhu are pursued. But upon meeting a manwo forces them to qualify. They pay with assurance rather than atinus. They value the attention they receive, and if they will step, if they are genuine interest up, therefore live it rather than just say it. Utilize your time wisely by working on yourself, your objectives, and your tranquility. Then remind her that it choose who receives my time, not because of pride, but because respect for Inez. 7. When you're incorrect, you're acute. Now, this one is lighthearted, but it's risky in the best way. Why? Because it tests her. Can taunts her a self-assurance, and it demonstrates that Torn not fearful of disagreeing while maintaining too many males. Are flirtatious and light, the error of consistently agreeing with women only to maintain their favor. Smile, nod, and comply with wait for thinking. If I just agree, she says she'll like me better with her. Untrue. That's how you become friends. Zone. Women don't desire a man who says yes. Desire a man who is a blended thumb, while still allowing them to chuckle while doing so. When you say you're cute when you're wrong, things go doing just that. Thatcher, not in agreement, but charming glithot you are. Clutching your frame without transforming it into an argument. That's powerful. It's uncommon. It also demonstrates your lack of emotional reactionary. You don't take offense at conflict. You don't have towing the discussion that you're merely enjoying yourself, and enough self-assurance to flirt through it. This type of light-hearted tension increases quick attraction. It produces a back and forth energy that majority of men are also hesitant to haunt her. They are concerned about being excessive or setting her. But women are sensitive beings who adore being both emotionally and cognitively harassed by a knowledgeable man doing. But delivery is obviously say it with as near say everything when she is clearly enthusiastic about something. Even if she's completely misstand, you're being kind, not cruel, calm, unflappable, playful, and in charge. Additionally, if she laughs, pushes back, or perfectly argues in a foon manner, since she's engaged, you can. A step leaving the dull safe category and into the unforgettable one. Consequently, the following time, she begins fervent creating an incorrect argument. Simply say with a smile, "You're adorable when you're mistaken." Go for it. 8. Dan single quotes to worry. I can handle you. This sentence treads carefully, between assurance and mastery. And that's precisely why it functions. We live in a way many women feel complete to be powerful, is self-sufficient, concerned, and intentionally a little challenging. Why? Since they've discovered that the majority of men unable to tolerate true intensity mindset, a small obstacle as coyotes emotions. And the typical man either stops working or flees. But when you say quietly, "Don't worry, I can manage," you give a clear signal. You're not scared of her at all. Off flames. She doesn't overwhelm you. Enthusiasm and you won't give up simply beckos. She possesses a powerful character. Yuri sang to her, "Bring the storm if you sake us. I am not brittle. I avoid begging. I don't look for approval." Iliad. And surprisingly, that's just what a lot of women are seeking, a man who can't maintain his composure in the face-off. She's putting him tough test. Because women push buttons and test things because they are cunning or malevolent, but because they secretly desire to feel secure. With Amen, who can't defend himself, saying this and understanding what it means, the depth of feeling doesn't frighten her. You're not afraid of mood swings. You're not afraid of independence. In fact, you're grounded. Therefore, you welcome it in your own manhood. However, this is the crucial. Don't only say it for show. In fact, you must bet man who stays out off the spotlight. The man who refuses to accept everything directly. The one who can hear, react, take charge, and maintain composure under pressure. The distinction between being both a guy and a player. Therefore, the next time she says, "I am," meet her gaze and utter, "Don't worry, I can't handle you." And then 9, I don temperance. So I'll show Yokenvi, this thinking is right here. Shift an entirely different method of doing things. The majority of men spend their time in tempting, attract women, showing off your bazookan inflated accomplishments, called lowering, showing off or reciting. They hard smooth words on social media. It never feels real. And guess what? Appears to be insecure. Strive too hard, and women are able to detect it from far away. However, when you state, "I don't impress," I say you're displaying an entirely distinct degree of consciousness. O phone self. You are stating, "I'm not. I'm here to impress you. I'm here to demonstrate. You know who I am." If that strikes a chord with your cool, should it not? I'm still excellent. That type of energy ice in common and amazingly beautifully indicates that you're phalancto, wear a mask. You're not to have to change to liked. You're not attempting token form to her anticipations that you're simply not. I apologize. And you stand because off that out because it's the reality. Women avoid falling for ideal men. They plummet for real dudes, bold men sufficient to express their opinions and discuss what they cherish, accept their imperfections and not care who gives their approval, though I'm no impressive. I too express yourself is to not perform for confirmation. You establish a relationship by being truthful. It indicates that your self-resides internally, not from cheers. This is not to say that you didn't look after yourself or that you quit. Expanding. It refers to all of your actions. How you move, how you talk, and how you dress originates from your truth, rather than a location of excessive consumption. Women value that sin seats revitalizing. It has a substantial feel. It seems secure. Additionally, it creates genuine chemistry, not phony appeal. Thus, give up attempting to be what you belly of she want. Be yourself completely, boldly, and clearly. Additionally, when she suggests a grin box, you're unique and declare, "I don't impress, I communicate and mean each and every word." 10. Take caution. It's difficult to place. This statement is audacious and brims with confidence, which is precisely why it attracts attention. The majority of males are terrified if they tread carefully since they are being replaced. They overgive in order to be safe, attained. However, this is the realistic kind of thinking means you're already losing. Caution is advised. I'm difficult to place. Changes perspective. You're not no more pleading to be selected. You're letting her know that you are valuable and that abandoning you has repercussions. Not because you're ideal, but due to your rarity. This statement is effective because it sows a seed in her thoughts. Should I lose him? I may not locate another person who is similar to him. When you live as though it's true seed sprouts, you carry yourself with standards with self-control. You guide, you safeguard your tranquility. You communicate without fear, and you're a blotto. Leave. When you're tust respectfully by that man, really difficult to replace. However, don't tell this with ego. Speak clearly and quietly, strengthens. If he's witnessed the cyclo previously and doesn't fear being alonious, a self-reliant man would enough to hold his head high while walking by Kozu, can tell when a woman notices Thatch doesn't want to lozu. Thus you're valuable you, so speak calmly and confidently truthful without passion or threat. I am difficult to replace, so proceed with caution. The sentence speaks for itself. In conclusion, this is the reality that no one wishes to declare aloud. The man who is aware of his value will always be more alluring compared to the man who can only. And that's the difference, please, between men who are being pursued and those who get used. Toit. Most men refer years to decide how to address women, but what truly changes the game isn't just it. The words you use reveal who are them, since the most enticing a man who says what you can say to us require the woman to remain the vitality you possess when you utilize this video's lines, not from opposition of manipulation, but from a ground self-assurance, masculinity, and strength. This is my contentious reality. If you're still terrified of losing her, but completely transform, Into the manch, scared to let thoughts sink in. I want to now leave a comment below so can hear from you. Tell me about your experiences. What worked? What didn't? And what's unclear? I'm in the comments and I would want to make connections with real men who have actual discussions together. Let's develop. We should create better men.